Episode 9 is often described as a film that will be full of chaos, action, and destruction in this movie, and an all-out war and a war to end all wars by J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, I gotta say that there are a couple of things that I'm really looking forward to seeing in this movie. Number 1, of course, Luke Skywalker. Number 2, exactly how Kylo Ren and Rey will be used on the big screen. And of course, number 3, the revelations, the twists and turns coming our way, as well as the cameos in this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with one of the set designs that will have all to do with actors Keri Russell, Daisy Ridley, and Adam Driver. Specifically, what's actually going to happen is both Keri Russell, Adam Driver, and Daisy Ridley are set to film a scene together at Pinewood and Cardington for what's being described as an action-heavy sequence that will require many stunts and stunt doubles. Keri's character, codenamed Mara, is said to act in a scene where she is running away from blaster fire from an incoming TIE fighter design in front of a large green screen. Many sparks will be initiated behind her in her path to emulate the shots. Keri will be instructed to fall face flat into the ground and hide in tall grass. Another sequence involving Daisy Ridley will involve numerous extras dressed as new types of stormtroopers that look similar to Kylo Ren, all surrounding her with weapons and, of course, blasters in a circle. It's described as a moment in Rey where she will test her limits as a Force user. The troopers are described as having black armor with helmet designs like Kylo's. Adam Driver is also set to shoot a scene very intense as a scene in which he will be placed inside of a cockpit set piece that will be set to do a barrel roll as he crash lands his starfighter into the surface of an unknown world. The mechanical set piece will hold Adam Driver as it spins like a barrel roll. The CG sequence of the same sequence is described as Kylo's ship rolling toward the edge of a high cliff that falls hundreds of feet down into darkness. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this that are really piquing my interest about this movie and really getting me hyped up to go ahead and see the final installment of the Skywalker saga. Now, the thing here is this. A lot of people are very curious about this Mara character. Now, do keep in mind that the actual name is not Mara, as far as we know. It's just a code name. So, Keri Russell's character is actually going to be running away from blaster fire from a TIE fighter that will actually be inserted into the green screen where she's running away from sparks that are being initiated in order to emulate those blasts behind her as she actually falls face flat into the grass, hiding from the First Order. So this to me sounds like this is most definitely based within the third act of the movie. We do know that the third act of the film is said to be very action heavy, like Infinity War-esque heavy. And that's a big thing to really look forward to in this movie, is not just that it's going to have a lot of action and chaos in the film, but also a lot of sacrifices and losses in the movie as well. So there's a lot of unexpected things coming our way for sure. Now, I want to go over to Daisy Ridley, where she's actually going to be instructed to portray the character of Rey, being surrounded by tons of new stormtrooper designs in black armor and helmet designs that emulate Kylo Ren's helmet. This must be his elite force that are actually surrounding Rey in a circle. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this to me sounds like something from Kill Bill Volume 1. I don't know if you guys are a fan of that movie, but it sounds like Beatrice Kiddo being surrounded by the crazy 88s at the very end of the movie. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can always look it up on YouTube, you know, Kill Bill Crazy 88s. Very interesting sequence, and I think it sounds something just like that. We do know that J.J. Abrams loves to look at other movies and use those movies as inspirational pieces into the Star Wars movies. So, with The Force Awakens, we saw great examples of that, and now we're seeing great examples of this again in Episode 9. Now, is Rey going to be able to take on Kylo Ren's elite force, these new types of stormtroopers, which honestly I believe are going to be the new version of the Shadow Troopers from the EU and Legends material. Now, the last thing that I do want to go over is Kylo Ren's starfighter. Now, Adam Driver is going to be placed inside of this cockpit where it's actually going to be doing a barrel roll type of maneuver, except it's going to be actually inserted into a CGI sequence in which his starfighter is actually rolling and crash landing into an unknown planet on the surface, rolling toward the edge of a cliff. Now, this most likely ties directly into the speeder chase sequence and of course the major lightsaber duel between both Kylo Ren and Rey, because we do know that actual lightsaber duel does indeed include a sequence where both Kylo and Rey engage in a saber duel right by the edge of a cliff. So a lot of things really are happening with this movie. We do know that Kylo has a new ship in this film, and it seems as though that it's going to be somewhat destroyed in this movie as a crash lands into this unknown world, which honestly I believe is the world that is the home to the First Order and the First Order headquarters itself. So overall, guys, I'm very excited because we are getting closer to the end of filming for this movie. Of course, on top of that, you have some reshoots. You're always going to have reshoots. Some script adjustments here and there have been made by JJ and crew, so they're changing a couple of things for the third and second acts of the movie. Nothing too significant, though. Everything is coming together, guys, and let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.